So we'll have a look at being safe online and whether or not these are things we should actually take seriously. Matt Porter joins us from Matt Porter Web Designs, based in Innovation at Martlesham. Hi, Matt. Welcome back.
Hello there.
Did you get pestered by the "your account has been hacked" messages?
I didn't get pestered by it, but I got pestered by people posting on their Facebook feeds themselves that ignore any friend requests from me. My account's been hacked. I did get one person direct message me saying your account's been hacked, but these things are. Facebook is the person or the organisation that's going to tell you when your account's been hacked. Not your mates.
Yeah,
so,
probably.
And I think that this is playing on people's good, helpful spirit, really.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Everybody wants to feel like they're helping their friends and they're doing the right thing, and they feel by share. I'm sure not everybody, and I don't want to sort of make everyone out to be idiots because they're not. But by doing that, they're kind of it's just a chain letter. It's just a chain letter which people don't generally understand what's happened, how it's happened, or if it's happened at all. So they're just simply passing the message on, and it just becomes a virally distributed.
What's the point of doing it then? Whoever's behind it, what's the point? What do they get out of it?
I honestly don't know. There are plenty of ways of distributing viral messages which do cause you to start revealing information about, personal information, because we're all told don't give out your date of birth online and all of those sort of kind of things. But then we might get a viral message saying, were you born, like and share if you were born in May 2001 or something like that. And people start sharing those things and putting in their own birth dates and all that kind of thing. And what they're actually doing is gradually distributing personal information about themselves, really not knowing what they're doing. So
it is quite easy to clone an account, though, isn't it? I've had in the past where somebody I know got in touch, and I thought, well, this is a bit odd. I smelt a rat right from the off. And then very quickly, I'm stuck at an airport. Could you send me over 100 quid? Yeah. And I went, hang on a minute. I know where you live. Your car's on the driveway. What are you on about? And, of course, it was a hoax. And that's cloning an account.
Yeah. I think when you get those kind of emails or those messages from Facebook, that's sometimes just because someone has got an extremely weak password on their Facebook account or their email account even. And if it's weak enough, then it will get broken. Right? There's not someone sitting in a bedroom somewhere in Eastern Europe trying to break into your Facebook account. There are thousands of computers churning through password lists over and over again, attempting multiple accounts everywhere in the world. And eventually, if it's a weak password, it will get broken and they will be notified and they've got control of your account.
And this is why they now insist, a lot of companies insist on and this is another gripe of mine actually, an uppercase letter and a number, and then all of a sudden, which leads me on to my next point, all you're ever doing in life is pressing the "I've forgotten my password" button.
Yeah, exactly. So, when you talk about cloning accounts, it's very easy to clone an account. I could very easily do it for you. I can see a picture of you, your profile picture. I have access to it. Yeah. I just save that to my computer. I then set up a new account and put it as James Hazel. Use the same picture. It's as simple as that. It's not really cloning your account. Really, it's just simply creating a false account. Yeah, exactly. So those kinds of things are relatively easy to do. And I think the key is to question why someone would suddenly send you another friend request
in the same name as someone who's already your friend. Yeah, so exactly.
I think the key thing here is to take 10 seconds or longer just to think before you do something. So when something comes through like that, just take a moment to just say, does common sense tell me this is some kind of ruse? Yeah. There's a very good website called Snopes, SNOPES.com. They've been around for donkey's years, and they are there purely to debunk these things. So do a search on Snopes, put in the text of that. So if you get a thing saying your Facebook account has been hacked, just copy and paste that into the search box, and it will come up, and it will explain that it's a hoax, and it will explain where it came from.
Oh, that is brilliant advice, Matt.
So Snopes.com is an excellent place. I'm always on there, and I'm always pasting those links.
That's brilliant advice. That will give you a heads up as to whether or not this is a genuine message from a mate of yours, or it's just someone, passing stuff along.
Whether it's a scam or just a waste of time. There's some horrific ones, where you have children who are ill, and they have signs up saying, "Nobody loves me, share to send me love." I mean, come on. It's just playing on people.
It is, How do people then, moving on to my second point, how do you go about remembering all these passwords? There are hundreds and thousands of passwords we're supposed to remember these days, Matt. Is there a better way than committing it to memory and then ultimately forgetting it?
There are different ways of... There are systems out there for saving passwords. However, they have a couple of them have been notably hacked themselves, so that kind of doesn't make you trust them very much. I think that it's about coming up with a very strong password, and if you do a search on the internet for strong password generators, there are a number of them, and you just basically generate an 8-character password. And what I would do with those is keep that very strong password and remember it. But if you're using it for, say, PayPal, just put PP on the end. If you're using it for eBay, EB on the end. It's still a very strong password in its own right, and you're just tacking a couple of letters on the end. So it means you are separating passwords amongst your different accounts.
I mean, that's all very well, Matt, but Google remembers them all anyway. So all they need to be able to do is log into Google, and they've got everything.
Well, that's very true. So you have to ensure. Yeah, I know. It's Google's incredibly good at saving passwords, and it requires a strong password to be able to display it. So,
that's the one that needs to be big and long and strong, isn't it? The Google one.
Exactly right. Go onto something like a strong password website. I wrote one myself called strongpassword.co.uk. All right,
Okay.
You just go on there and you click on the password, and it copies it to your clipboard, so you don't have to write it down, and then you paste it into somewhere safe and keep a hold of it. So, I did that for me.
There you go. Good for you. Just finally, Matt, while you're with us, I'm getting, I don't know about you, thoroughly fed up with every website I go on now. Privacy, cookies, and you've got to click here and click there. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, well, this is the GDPR
fallout, isn't it? Yeah.
Rules that came in earlier in the year. There were a number of websites that were actually shutting off access from the European Union, i.e., where it was brought in.
Oh wow!
But yeah, it's just there are quite strict rules now, and companies can now be taken to court for not adhering to them. So, it's very annoying, but it's generally only once that you have to do it in sort of 30 or so days. But that's why. I mean, it's to protect us from disclosing information. What we're doing is they're saying we want to collect information about you visiting our site in order to give you a better journey through our site. But in order to do that,
you want permission to do it.
Cookie on your computer.
And the first couple of times you saw it, you had a little bit of a read. Now I don't care, just whatever.
Yeah, I know.
It's great as always to catch up with Matt Porter. Some great advice in there, particularly that one about is a message genuine or not. From Matt Porter, Web Designs based at Innovation. Martlesham. Matt, have a great Monday, my friend.
There is one thing.
Yes.
Bust, waist, hips.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was nose, tongue and feet, no?